Well, over the holiday weekend, police say a distracted driver hit a group of cyclists in Davie, claiming the lives of 2 cyclists and injuring others. Florida is considered the deadliest state in the country for cyclists, that according to recent data from the federal government. And if you add Florida's deaths to California and Texas, these 3 states alone account for nearly 40% of all cyclist fatalities in the country. So why does Florida lead the pack? Here to share their thoughts is personal injury attorney and cyclist George Palaidis and Mart, a cyclist and charity ride organizer. Thank you both for joining us. And Eve, first of all, I'm sorry, you actually knew some of these riders, right?
Yeah, I knew the group well. They've always participated in other charity rides. They've organized charity rides. We've ridden together many, many times. They're a great group, and it's been a very difficult situation for the entire community, particularly the people that knew them well.
And I was going to say, you do great work with these charity rides. I know you're very passionate about the ride that you organize, and that you really are thinking about not doing this anymore.
This was our 5th year, very successful. In total, we raised over $100,000 in 5 years, which I think is pretty admirable. That goes to the fight to support the fight against breast cancer. I don't feel like I'm going to organize it again. I don't feel good about the area that we would use in Markham Park. Is a park in West Broward that a lot of rides do begin at because it's accessible to from Miami-Dade, from Broward, Palm Beach, and I think the residents are used to cyclists in the area because there are so many groups that do ride out there. I cannot imagine going out there, and I don't want to be responsible for cyclists anymore. As a whole, I just can't do it.
George, police say the driver admitted that she was distracted with something on the passenger compartment, that she also said that, according to police, that perhaps the sun was also an issue. Is it even more frustrating to hear this, to hear, what they say happened?
Sure. It's certainly heartbreaking to hear this, and to hear that there are distractions in the vehicle, that maybe that someone the sunlight could have been in their eyes. If you can't see, if you're driving and you can't see because of the sun, you've got a visor. Pull it down, put sunglasses on, pull over. If you're distracted, you shouldn't be. And I think that's part of the issue is don't allow something to distract you while you're driving your vehicle. To hear some of these sorts of things, it frustrates the cycling community because we're fearful that there won't be justice. And that's really what we're looking for at this point, is safety for us and then justice for those who have been injured and who have passed away and their families.
So we're trying to figure out why Florida leads the pack. 138 cyclist deaths in Florida in 2016. What is the reason? I was reading that the majority of these cyclist deaths nationally are in urban areas. So what's happening in our community? Why do we see these numbers so high?
I think there's a contentiousness on the roadways. I think there's a lot of cars on the roadways trying to get places. Maybe they're frustrated, maybe there's road rage involved. I think there is a lot of distraction. We see it all the time, people driving while watching TV on their phones. I don't think that there's strict enough laws, so people feel like they can do it because they can get away with it. And we see it all the time, feeling like we're being drifted into. There's just a lack of respect for cyclists, I would say.
So, I'm going to be honest, I hear it often. People complain, there's a sidewalk. Why aren't they on the sidewalk? So what does the law say?
The law says we're allowed to be on the road, plain and simple. We have roads because of cyclists. I mean, they were demanding roads back in the day before there were even cars. Not all bicycles are built or designed for sidewalks, and just the way the sidewalks are created. A road bike, for example, which is the bicycles that these cyclists were riding on this past weekend, they're designed for the roadway, and we have a right by law to be within the roadway, and the law also says that vehicles approaching cyclists, they've got to give them at least 3 feet when passing them. It's just not happening, and I think that's the problem, and I think Eve's right. You've got an infrastructure issue in South Florida, you've got laws which are deficient in the state of Florida, and then that almost enables a lot of these drivers, and we know how bad and how dangerous the roads in South Florida already are.
What do you mean by laws are deficient?
For example, in terms of laws that punish people who commit these kind of actions, okay? I mean, if an individual, if a driver hits someone and they're distracted and there's an injury or death, you're looking at a careless driving citation probably. It's not going to get to a reckless driving criminal infraction. So now you're looking at careless driving. The worst that could happen is maybe $1,000 or $500 fine and 120 community service hours for that driver. There's no justice for the family. And you've got, again, I go back to the infrastructure, you've got roads that are so big. I mean, there's some roads in South Florida, like a great example is my office right on Pine Island Road. It's 3 lanes in each way, so that's 6 total lanes. That's essentially a highway in a residential area where you have parks and schools, and you've got a bike lane on that. Cars are not doing the speed limit of 35 miles an hour. They're going at 45, 55, and there's no enforcement. And you have planning and urban planning and infrastructure planning that allows this to take place. And I think we need to look back on why we're doing this. We need to figure out how to better develop our communities and make it safer. I mean, we live in Florida. This is a paradise. We should be allowed to go out to enjoy ourselves, to enjoy the weather that we have 365.
Eve, what is, because you cycle, what are the most common mistakes or things that really drive you crazy when you're on your bike? What do you see happening out there?
What do I see happening?
Causing this?
I see people texting a lot on their phones. You don't see as often doing makeup or drinking coffee or eating breakfast, but you see it. People in their cars will do anything. But the phones, to me, are the biggest culprit. Being distracted by the phones. It's almost worse. I don't know, I'm not a statistician. It seems that it's almost worse than drunk driving at this point.
You were saying that you've actually had people yell things at you when you're on your bike?
All the time. Get off the road, get on the sidewalk, you're in the way. Leave your house earlier and give us 30 seconds if that is what it takes to get around us safely. I just don't think it's worth mowing people down. These are people's lives at stake, and we ride our bikes for exercise to start our days. So
we've got some tips up here. Let's talk about it. What can drivers do differently? So the first one is obviously yield to cyclists, and don't underestimate their speed. Is that a common error?
First, you have to see us. So don't be distracted. Put your phones down and drive your vehicle. Pay attention to driving. So you have to first see us. Don't underestimate their speed.
So, and the other ones were, look at your surroundings, look for bikes coming out of parking lots. The other thing I thought was pretty interesting is the most common time of day is that 6 to 9 p.m. window of when most fatalities happen. So I don't know if maybe cyclists get off of work and that's something that they're doing. So I assume you would say take extra care with paying attention around that time.
I think the other thing that would certainly come into play, because it's a rush hour time period, and so you're going to have more vehicles. You're going to have people who may be more distracted because they're on the phones or they're texting, or calling friends and family or trying to get somewhere. You're going to see more people, pedestrians and cyclists as well, also getting home. So I think that would probably explain. And if that's the case, that means pay more attention, be more deliberate in your actions. You're driving a 5,000-ton vehicle. You need to be cautious because it's not only just cyclists and pedestrians who are dangerous, other drivers as well. I mean, this distracted driving affects everybody, drivers, cyclists, pedestrians, all alike.
All right, George Palaidis, Eve Mart, we really appreciate your time. And again, we're sorry to hear about that loss of yours. And do you have a comment about cycling safety? We want to hear from you, so send us your take on this or any other topic that matters most to you. You can reach us by email or via our Twitter or Facebook page at YourSouthFL. Leave us a comment or post, even a video. We look forward to hearing from you.